Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Wednesday, February 6th, 2019. Well, I want to highlight the SMH today, the Semiconductor ETF Index here, because it looks like this is a blow-off top in the short term. I have it penciled in as topping out today. I want to show you the reasons why. Part of it has to do with the extension move, so you're seeing extreme overbought conditions today. You're also seeing a big move today, which most average investors kind of misconstrue. They say, "Oh, well, this is a big thing. This is telling us it's going higher." In actuality, it's kind of the blow off top. The last people that missed out on this are now jumping in, and that's pushing it a little bit further than it should be going. And you can see it kind of clearly from the chart. This was $80 down here, and you're now at 10. You basically kissed 102 today. So, I mean, that's a $22 move, over 25% on the ETF here, just really in the last 6 weeks or so, which is pretty remarkable. But the extension move and the oversold indicators, and again, you could look at the MACD, the RSI, I mean, all these things are signaling hugely overbought, which is one thing. But I always like to have key PPT, price pattern time, factors behind the trade. And what you can see here, look at this, guys. So here was your last down day right here, right? I mean, this was your last significant down day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're coming into a time count today. Then also, what's pretty cool about this is it's coinciding with this pivot low right here and this pivot low right here, and there's actually a gap fill right there as well. So you're seeing the highs of the day right into these pivot lows. And remember, these were supports, right? So it came down here and bounced, so that has to be a support. Same thing here, bounced, came down here, and then finally broke down. And you can see once this range broke down, it really spiraled to the downside substantially. So what this tells us is as well that when it retraces to that line, support now is resistance. So this was support over here. Once you break, it hardens up over this period of time and is now resistance. So you have multiple factors here that are screaming resistance in terms of the PPT methodology, which is what we teach here at InTheMoneyStocks.com and continues to make us the most successful trading firm on the street. But more than that, there's even more, folks. There's more. I feel like an infomercial here. I just noticed that someone bought 4,000 put contracts, the June 21st expiration this year, at a strike of 95. So you just got a huge contract buy, and there's actually a lot of contracts traded on this already today, over 5,600, but 4,000 just went off about 15 minutes ago at that strike for June, the June expiration, and that's the 95 strike. So what they're betting is that by June this is below, and if you're making that type of bet, you're pretty darn serious about a pullback here. Now June's still far away, but my guess is they're thinking that this is probably going back. My guess is this is where you're going to see a short-term retrace over the next month back to about 90. That would be about a 618 retrace, Fibonacci retrace on this, and it would be spectacular for those puts. So whoever bought those 4,000, you get this thing to 90, you are going to bank some serious coin on this trade. You'll probably bank, literally millions of dollars. So just those factors, everything I've mentioned here, folks, kind of puts it in perspective. I did put out an alert in the options alerts to buy some put options at a specific strike, and I also put it out in the research center today as a short. I mean, I got to do it. I mean, when you see this many factors popping up on this chart, you got to give it a shot. And what's kind of interesting is that the average investor would look at this and say, "Oh, look, it's above the 200 moving average. This is, it's going to go higher." They're not taking into account the resistance levels here, nor that the confirmation factor hasn't triggered here yet, which tells you this could be a fake break above to get the suckers on board. That's my guess, and then they'll bring it in quickly over the next day or two to the downside. We'll see. I mean, we can all watch and see. It's, I've put it in video format, so it's here forever on the internet now. So we can all follow and see what happens in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, etc. going out. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to bid you farewell, but again, profits continue to be made here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. 2 more day trades in the chat room today for profits. We continue to be batting north of 95% in 2018, over 300 day trades in the chat room by myself, and again, 94% success rate for the year. That's incredible, folks. Think about that. As members, that's why we are the hottest chat room out there right now for the most serious investors who are looking to trade solid stocks up and down and make money consistently. And the Research Center hasn't had a loss yet this year, and my guess is we'll have a couple losses, but again, we bat about 80+% in that. Means 8 wins out of every 10 trades. Pretty remarkable. All right, come join us. Take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center for Swing Trades, the day trading chat room for day trades, and the options alerts if you're interested for the options alerts. Take